One, two, three.
Hey, that's it.
We did it.
We're working.
Together.
So thank you for listening, watching. This is the Brittany and Patrick Show, or I guess The Pitch presents the Brittany and Patrick Show. That's a long, wordy title.
It is a lot of syllables.
A lot of syllables, a lot of words. Yeah, thank you to everyone that kind of listened or watched to our first sort of ish episode. We did do it over Zoom, mainly because I couldn't figure out video equipment, which is why we are now here.
Bless.
Yeah, thank God.
It smells so good in here. I usually am not a fan of fluorescent overhead lighting because I am gay and we like little lights everywhere, but I feel so cozy and happy to be here.
Yeah, me too. There's a few lights in here though. It's pretty cozy, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah.
The candle honestly makes it so much better for me. It smells like teak wood. I don't know if that's a thing.
I have no idea what teak wood is, by the way. I just agree with you.
It smells good.
I'm sure it does.
Teak wood oil. That's got to be a real thing.
That's definitely a thing. I don't have any wood oils. Do you?
I got a few. I got a sandalwood oil.
Yeah.
I got a
sandalwood I'm familiar with. I know that smell.
jojoba? Is that a nut? Or a root? I don't know. I'm a nut. You're a nut. We're all nuts.
Yeah, so I mean, we're doing this for The Pitch, and we want to thank them, Brock, and everyone over at The Pitch, and
Lovely
Cass,
people.
who made the logo, by the way. This is amazing.
Look at this. You could look at it. You could look at it for hours and still be discovering new things.
And you find new little details. And yeah, I called her Cass. I don't know if we have that relationship, if she prefers Cassie or Cassandra or Cassie or Cass.
Our pal.
She's just our pal.
Big C.
Our friend, Big C. And I will say, I didn't think about this when we started the show, but when I posted this, someone was just like, oh, do Patrick Mahomes and his wife have a show? And I was just like, I didn't even consider that is something that people would think about. And if you Google Brittany and Patrick, by the way, that's what you're going to find.
Surely. I imagine.
Yeah, you're going to find, which makes sense, by the way. If you Google Brittany Patrick, Kansas City, I mean, they're, Kansas City's couple. That's right.
For now.
Yeah, until we start
The
working on that
Mahomes
SEO.
better watch out because
That's right.
we are also charming, but not together.
That's right.
Together of brain, but not of heart. A little of heart. I love you.
Yeah. Hey, I love you too.
I did not.
That's why we're doing this.
I did not make the Brittany Patrick connection until I read the article that came out in The Pitch about the podcast, and I was like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah, it's like that makes sense. So yeah, that article is out now. You mentioned that, and we'll put links to that and all other stuff.
It immediately became my goal to get them as a guest on this podcast. Now
that's now
I'm
like our goal.
Speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
That someday it might happen.
I mean, I think at the very least we could probably interview Jackson Mahomes.
I'm okay on that.
You're gonna pass?
Actually,
okay. Yeah.
I think I'm okay. But definitely
that seems doable. Is all I'm saying. But no, maybe Brittany and Patrick down the road. I think if that happens, that's gonna have to be like the last episode because that's like.
How do you top that?
That's the peak. Yeah. And also in the new issue, it is the 420 April issue. So Brock mentions our show.
Sick.
And then some of like the stuff I've done for The Pitch. Because, I've done some edibles and gone on some adventures for The Pitch. Because, that's fun to do.
What are some highlights?
Highlights. That's right. Well, the Casey Current, their season just started. And last year I ate 200 milligrams and went to one of their games. And it was during Easter, which is today, by the way. It's Easter Monday.
Oh.
I don't know. We don't celebrate Easter. I went to Catholic school for 12 years, but I'm pretty much over it. I don't celebrate it. But I will say last year, eating 200 milligrams of THC, I saw a bunny rabbit at the Current game and almost shit my pants because it was terrifying. Because he was just walking towards me and I was just scared. I was like, what's he doing? Why is he walking towards me? And he was just walking into the game. There was no problem.
Bunnies are just a step below clowns, in my opinion. A bunny in a costume is just horrifying enough. Did you ever have to go see the Easter Bunny?
Yes, I did.
At a mall as a child?
Get pictures?
Yes. Why do people subject their children to that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It terrifies me as an adult. But somehow kids are cool with it at Disney World. It makes sense.
Yeah, and then, like Santa is at least a person, right? You can see his face. You can kind of talk to him. But like the bunny, you don't know what's behind that mask. Bunnies are scary.
Those dead little foam eyes.
Yeah.
And you can like kind of look through them and see the person inside. It's alarming.
Yeah, that's not a happy person that's behind that Easter mask.
Did you freak out when you saw him?
I did, yeah. So that was that's on the Pitch website as well.
There's a Cadbury egg. There's a Cadbury egg in your underwear after you saw him because you were so scared.
Do you like Cadbury eggs?
I love them.
I think they're disgusting.
Do you like the cream? No, well then never mind.
Yeah, no.
I was just going to say I love the cream and the caramel.
Because
do you know what my jam is?
I like the caramel ones, but the creamy ones weird me out. It's a weird.
I like them because it's like a weird yellow yolk in the middle, and I can just like eat the little pussy, eat the little Cadbury Caducey. I love it. It's delicious. Do you want to know what my jam is though?
I do.
The Russell Stovers. They're like a flat egg, dark chocolate with the maple cream filling on the inside.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Like the Russell Stovers chocolates, but it's a whole egg and it's about the size of a hamburger patty.
That's great.
Eat it and it's delicious.
Yeah. But that sounds like something like you can't eat like half of it. Like you're going to have to eat the whole thing, right?
Yes, it is a commitment because it is rather large, but that's a commitment I'm willing to make to serve my country.
I bought like a big Easter bunny that said it had peanut butter inside. I was like, great. I love peanut butter and chocolate. But I mean, it literally was just a hollow Easter bunny that just had peanut butter in it. And it was pretty gross. It was a lot of peanut butter.
That's so much peanut butter. Yeah. My boss, Anna, hi Anna,
much.
She eats so much peanut butter. She'll get like a big tablespoon and it will be like an ice cream scoop full of peanut butter and she'll just eat it.
Really?
Incredible. That house goes through like a big jar of Skippy smooth peanut butter 2 times a week.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, they're buying that at Costco.
I wish. I just have to keep running to the store.
All right. Well, let's get into some of this celebrity news here.
I love celebrity news.
I wanted to talk about this because I felt like you might have opinions about this. This was, I guess, Taylor Swift was honored at the iHeart Radio Awards or iHeart Music Awards, whatever they were. I'm
not a Swiftie, but I can appreciate that. That's fine.
She won the Innovator Award, which I guess makes sense. She's done a lot.
She writes her own songs. That's
done a lot of innovative
big part
stuff.
of making one.
Yeah, and then she re-released all her own music, right? She did all that.
Yeah, from Scooter Bronner. Yeah,
that's right. So that's pretty cool. So I guess there were a bunch of messages that people recorded and kind of sent in, like congratulating her and stuff. And Justin Timberlake made one, and people were mean to him online. They thought
good.
They really were
get his ass.
I felt like there was some of this, right? When Janet Jackson, the Super Bowl, Britney Spears coming back into the news. Everyone's kind of like, Justin's kind of a dick, right?
His comeuppance.
I think that's it. And now it's like people are like, he doesn't look good. And this is a black and white picture, so it's like you can't really tell, but he looks like fine to me. I mean, he looks like he looks like a 40-something-year-old man.
He does. And he's definitely I see some work done. I've had some work done. There's nothing wrong with getting a little work done, but I see it. He does look awful tired.
He does look really tired.
He looks like a man who's kept many secrets throughout his life.
He probably has. I do, and I guess I should say, allegedly know someone that was at an award show. I think it was the Golden Globes.
I've heard of it.
Were in the bathroom line behind Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon, and they were doing the cocaine.
Was he hotboxing the bathroom? I hate when people fart before they go into poop. That's always the precursor to a poop.
They were just doing nose candy. That's all.
That's standard procedure. I feel like at an award show.
Right. You got to get through the Golden Globe somehow.
Yeah, he looks like a very tired, sad man, and
which is fair.
It pleases me.
Yeah, totally fair. I will say, I one time with a comedian who's from St. Louis, Bobby J. Cox.
Love that boy.
Bobby's great. Super, super sweet, nice, funny boy. And he was here in town. We were doing a show somewhere downtown, and we just started walking around. And I think it was at the time, it was still the Sprint Center, right? Because now it's the T-Mobile Center, right?
R.I.P.,
I still have mixed up the names. Okay. It was the Sprint Center, and JT was there. It was for the Suit and Tie tour.
Oh.
I want to say, yeah, because I didn't care for any of that music.
The majority of those songs were meant to be for Michael Jackson.
Were they really?
Yes, they were.
I did not know that. Mm-hmm. So that was his version of trying to do a Michael Jackson album. Interesting.
They were all songs that were meant for him, but Yeah, he
They would have sounded way better if Michael Jackson did them, probably.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, we were just like walking around downtown. That concert was happening, and we're just like walking by the Sprint Center, and then we see one of like the side service doors open that like doesn't have handles on the outside.
Yes.
So I just hold the door open for that person, let him out, and then Bobby and I just walk into the Sprint Center, and we just kind of, I think we're kind of near the side, so we just kind of walk into like the main lobby, and then we just walk into the show, no problem. And all of a sudden, we're just on the main floor, and it's Justin Timberlake singing his songs from whatever that album is. And
Long as I got my suit and tie.
I think Bobby and I hung out for maybe one song, not even a whole song. We're like, this kind of sucks. Do you want to leave? We're like, yeah, we should leave.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to watch his music for free. It was that bad.
Can you imagine how much money somebody probably spent for a floor ticket?
Oh, yeah. And we just walked in, and we're like, God, this sucks. Let's get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather do literally anything else.
I think that came out in like 2013 or something like that. And it is very of its time. It didn't age well. It
has not aged well, that's for sure.
And neither has he.
He hasn't.
Just kidding.
Okay, well then this like segues nicely into this because this is Britney Spears. She and her husband were spotted without their wedding rings in separate places. What do you think about that?
I saw a very disturbing TikTok that was just a compilation of Britney Spears videos, and they were trying to prove that it's different people because she has a gap and then she doesn't have a gap. I honestly am too terrified to even dive into the Britney Spears drama right now. But I wouldn't put it past her or her husband to like have just taken off their wedding rings to like get a good tan, to avoid tan lines.
Yeah. Well, which that makes sense to me because like this article says that I think their managers made a statement, but basically that Britney's on Mexico in vacation with one of her friends, so that makes sense. She doesn't want the tan lines, and that her husband is filming something. He's an actor. He's on set somewhere doing something, so he's not wearing his wedding ring.
Do you get the vibe that maybe he's her beard?
I do, kind of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
he's so pretty. Have you seen Legally Blonde?
Yes.
You know the pool boy?
Oh, yeah.
I get those vibes.
Definitely.
Don't stomp those little last season Prada shoes at me, honey. It is the same thing. It's so good.
No, and he's like very well manicured. Like, I mean, his eyebrows, his face, like there's not a single pore on his face. Like, I mean, he looks incredible.
Trimmed, beard, just very, very well put. I mean, a beautiful man. But
Yeah.
I get a little beardy vibes from him.
Yeah.
And you know what? If it works for them, go for it.
Do you think that going back to Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon, do you think their wives are beards?
I mean, yes. I think everybody's so gay in Hollywood and they just like never talk about it.
That's true because Hollywood, for whatever reason, they still hide that, even though I feel like we're definitely in a time now where everyone tries to be more inclusive, I feel like.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, because that's like the big deal with like Tom Cruise, supposedly, right? Is that like he is a deeply closeted homosexual, but he just doesn't want anyone to know. And I feel like I could not care less, you know?
If you have that much money and power, like, I think that would be the best time to come out, but who knows if they're afraid of the repercussions of that with what place in Hollywood they are, you know?
Sure.
Florence Pugh isn't terrified of being like, I'm bi, you know?
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise is
like, I have to sell Mission Impossible in China.
I have to respect my space god.
Yeah, he does have to respect his space god. And he is going to outer space to make a movie.
Has he ever been to Independence, Missouri? That seems like something he should probably check off his bucket list.
I mean, that's like, as scary as any stunt he's ever done in any movie, I think. Just drive through Independence.
Pulling up to like a Sonic or something. Can I get an ocean water, a corn dog, and cheese fries, please?
Just like trying to buy a 40 at like 10 p.m. outside a Shell station.
Sounds like a good night to me.
It does.
I love it.
Well, okay, let's keep this one a little shorter then for this first episode. Let's wrap it up and tell people to follow us. We do have an Instagram.
Brand new socials, yes.
And I remember I was trying to send you the password and I logged into it on my computer and then Instagram logged me out because I logged in from a different location. So I think we'll have access to that soon, but it's just at Brittany and Patrick Show on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. And then what are your socials, Brittany? Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at BT from KC.
Cross platforms.
Cross platforms. I'm not really active on Twitter. I lurk.
Yeah. I have a Twitter too. It's at Patrick Moore KC. That's also my Instagram. No TikTok, just the show TikTok. And I am on the Twitter, but I'm trying to use it less and consume less stuff on there just because it's bad.
Now that they're just handing out blue check marks, what's the point?
Yeah, and I think those are going away now, or they've gone away already, or they're about to.
I think they've come to Instagram.
Yeah, now you can buy them on Instagram, right?
Yeah, through Meta.
Through Meta, yeah. And
Which
it loses the thing when you can buy a blue check mark. Then who cares?
No, I want to earn it through slutty thirst traps and dank ass memes.
And dank memes. That's the way to do it. Okay, well, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Love you.
Bye.